Let's start right at the beginning. You got to learn how to follow before you can learn how to lead. I'm not talking about being a yes ma'am, no sir, brown nosing person. I'm talking about looking at following in a purposeful manner. 5 secrets of being a great follower will help you become a great leader. Secret number 1 is being a great follower will give you the skills to become a great leader. Being a great follower is much more than just taking orders and keeping your head down every day. When you learn the secrets of being a great follower, then you start to unlock leadership skills at the same time. So what do I mean about learning how to follow in order to get leadership training? We all heard the saying about practice what you preach. What I'm saying is about practice what you're going to preach. So yes, what I'm saying, to be a great follower, you have to follow through with everything that's expected of you. But when you're looking at it from the leadership perspective, and as a leadership student, it comes with a twist. When you look at being a great follower as being a student of leadership, you start to discover all the mechanics that are involved in being a leader. You're in a position to mentally critique your leader and learn from what works really good and what doesn't work at all. And you can put that into practice as you grow on your pathway to leadership. In reality, you're putting yourself in a position to look at what works and what doesn't work and accentuate on the things that do work and redefine those things that didn't work out so well and use them to your advantage. You know, experience is everything. If you remember one of my previous videos, I said, never expect someone to do something you're not willing to do yourself. That is so important. So how can you expect yourself to become a leader unless you become a great follower? Secret number 2 is know and understand what the goals and plans are for your team. Ask clarifying questions. Help motivate your team and show enthusiasm about the goals and projects that are put in front of you. Support your leadership team in a positive manner. A we can and will do attitude will help inspire others when it comes to satisfying the mission, the goals, and the vision of the company, and truly showing that you have a high level of belief in your team, along with a willingness to help your coworkers overcome obstacles along the way, starts to slowly build your credibility. And if you're going to become a leader in the future, credibility is one of the number 1 foundation points that'll propel you forward. Secret number 3, I can't say it enough. Develop your listening and observation skills. As a leader in training, you need to develop your listening skills. By being a good follower, you need to learn how to effectively listen. You not only need to listen to your coworkers, but you need to be able to listen and question your leadership team. And I don't mean question in a bad way. Question for clarity. You will be amazed as you develop your listening skills and observation skills how much you're going to learn about how the organization is doing, how the people in your organization are doing, and especially how your team personally is doing. So by actively listening and observing, you're going to start to discover what kind of potholes are in the roadway of business. So by potholes, I look at business as being on a road. And this road in certain spots, is nice and smooth at times. But sometimes there's potholes. And these potholes are certain aspects that actually turn into situations that are not going so well. It could be safety issues. It could be manager-employee issues. It could be areas in the company that need more focus. But anyways, it's not always a smooth road. Sometimes there's potholes. And these potholes are areas that are not being either attended to, they're unseen, they're not in plain view of your leadership team, but you're starting to notice these little potholes. And I'll tell you what, these little potholes do mean a lot to upper level leadership because they can't focus on it all the time. And when someone steps up and identifies these potholes, then you can offer solutions to how to fill those. So do this constructively. When you identify potholes and you want to bring it to the leadership team, always have a solution in mind. Never come to leadership with just problems. For every problem, there's a suggested solution. At least be part of the solution team. So when you do see a problem in the process or you see that pothole, okay, think of ways of how the corporation can fill it. And if it's you that needs to fill it, then step up to the plate and fill that pothole. Secret number 4, understand what you're following. Now, sometimes leaders can be extremely charismatic and you just want to follow them under the natural course of things. But yet, that's not always true. I'm not saying that just because someone's in leadership, we should just follow them relentlessly. What I'm saying is you may like your leader, you may not like your leader. But if you truly believe in the values, the morals, the goals, the vision, and everything about your corporation, then you need to latch on to that, regardless of your personal feelings about the leader. You need to latch on to the goals, vision, mission, and move forward with that. That's not an easy task, and that'll be a whole new video for the future on how to overcome that. But what I'm saying is latch on to the vision, the goals, where is this company going, and of course, you want to be part of it. In essence, you need to start becoming the ambassador for your company and your coworkers. And that's not easy. You need to try to help others buy into the organization's goals, the organization's vision, where they want to go, the direction. You want to become that person at the coworker level, at the follower level, that helps expedite what the mission, vision, and goals are for the corporation. So helping others to understand what they're actually doing in the organization and how it makes a difference is huge. I'm going to tell you a story of 3 stonecutters. So a man walked into a quarry and he saw 3 stonecutters there. He walked up to the first stonecutter and he asked, "What are you doing?" This stonecutter said, "I'm cutting stone. That's what I do and that's what I get paid for." So the man walked on and he found the second stonecutter and asked that stonecutter, "What are you doing?" And that stonecutter said, "I'm trying to make the most perfect stones I can. That way they can be used anywhere they're going to be used." And then he walked over and he found the third stonecutter. And the third stonecutter turned around and said, "Hey, you know what? I'm making cathedrals. I'm making skyscrapers. I'm making buildings." Never once did that third person turn around and say, "I'm just cutting stone." You know, you think about it. You get up, you go to work, you go home, you go to bed. Are you part of the bigger picture? Or are you just a cog in the wheel? And I'm sorry, I'm being very direct with you. There's too many cogs in the wheel. Sometimes we have to wake up and say, "Hey, you know what? I'm part of the bigger picture. I'm actually building cathedrals and skyscrapers right now, not just cutting stone." So, secret number 5, start learning when to lead and when to follow. Some of the greatest leaders know that they don't know everything, and they still have to follow those who know more than them. Not everyone can be a leader. The world needs both leaders and followers. Both are equally important. You know, if everybody is a leader, how are you going to get stuff done? If everyone's a follower, How are you going to get stuff done? It's a no-brainer. But knowing when to lead, because you're the most qualified person in the moment, and knowing when to follow because others are more qualified than you. Well, that's where experience comes in. And we're all learning every day how to work with that. The last skill of today's video is humility. Knowing when to lead and knowing when to follow. True leadership is ego-free. You look at the situation. If you have the skills and expertise, by all means lead. If you don't, find someone else that can lead through that situation. Because everything at Pathway to Leadership, two things: learn and teach. And I know I'm wrapping this all together kind of in a wax paper moment, but I'm telling you right now, nobody knows it all. If you think you know it all, then you're in the wrong position. Nobody knows it all. And the best leaders know when to step back and become followers. And those that know how to be followers will soon become leaders. I'm John with Pathway to Leadership. I'm so glad you're here. If you got anything out of this video tonight, please hit the like button. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. And I'll see you next time on Pathway to Leadership.